This is the Globex VWAP, Marcus. Globex opens at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for futures. We don't do anything at 0 o'clock at midnight. The open of Globex is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time the day before, and then the market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the New York Open. Sometimes I will, Biba. Sometimes I will. Depends on the conditions. I don't just trade at pre-market every day just for the hell of it. If the conditions are conducive and good, then I will. I don't stream pre-market. Nice, Corey. Hey, at least you were able to do that. Thank God for cell phones. Where are we going? Where are we going? And take me with you, please. I'm gonna lock myself out of this XFA. $600 and a 50K new XFA. That's a good first day. I'm gonna lock it up. Move over to a new account. You guys didn't know we have our Black Friday deals are live on both the community and the toolkit. Lifetime memberships. Cheap annual. Grab them while they're hot. All right. Well, that was very strong. If you grab that lower band, that was the last line of defense for longs. They grabbed it, bought it right back up. We had a good VWAP bounce, fade value or extreme long. That's a really good setup so far, guys. Very clean action on ES. Textbook setups playing out today so far. So if you're missing them, what's going on? Why didn't you grab the lower band? Why didn't you take the VWAP bounce? Right? Upper band scalp would have happened. Lots of good viable setups. Nice, John. Morning, Paul, Michael, trade flows. Good morning, guys. All right, we're about to take out those highs. Let's go. Boom. I'm not shorting that LVN again, by the way. Not gonna do it. It's all right, Anthony. You'll get in the groove. The bundle DPAS includes Flux Charts indicators, their own personal indicators. So the toolkit is just my indicator. The bundle bundles all of the Flux Charts indicators along with the toolkit. That's the big difference. Still early. It's only been 37 minutes, right? Do have some more liquidity entering the market here. Do they buy it through? Or do we have another big rotation down from here? Is that a sweep of the highs? Looks like a low volume pullback so far to me. Where do we get long? Right here is a good spot, maybe. Here we go. Not bad. So we have an LVN right here at 80 or 70, 79 and a half right here, essentially. Seems like a good area to maybe pick up. Still kind of weak, might bail. I want this level to hold up right here. Here we go. All right, stop at break even. See if we can reclaim those highs. Nice entry there, 78 and a half. One left. Like it just got taken out. All right. Well, profile says, I mean, we have a widening distribution. This looks, it's pretty thin up here. So this looks like price discovery on NQ. Whereas on ES, we have a point of control here. So we're starting to form a distribution up here at the top. 82 and a half. 83 on NinjaTrader. So, you know, for more upside, we want it to hang out up here. If it falls out of this balance area up here, all right, we want to see this hold for more upside. We want to see them break through this key LVN for more upside. It depends on the volatility, Josh. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'll hold trades longer. Last week, I had a bunch of trades I held for 20, 30 minutes because the moves were more consistent and directional. It really depends on the conditions. I adapt to the market conditions. I don't just do the same thing all the time. The problem is when you do the same thing all the time, the market condition, you'll do really well one day because the market conditions were conducive to how you trade. And if you trade every day, but you don't adapt to the conditions, you'll have a really good day because the conditions were conducive. And then you'll have a really bad day because you didn't adapt to the conditions. You did the same thing yesterday, but the conditions had completely changed. Right. So unless you're adaptable, you're going to find that consistency is very difficult because the market conditions are not consistent. Seller stepping back in here. Another big fade. Back to upper band here. We want to see this area hold. This is an important spot for us to hold. If we're going to have a continuation, they're going to buy us up from here. We want to stay in the 70s. Here we go. They defended that just like I thought they would. So they defended the 70s. Somebody stepped in and bought, what is this, 5, 6, almost 700 contracts on the ask. That's a good defense, if you ask me. Yeah, upper band was the buy. Good job, John. Also bought it. All right, closed it, but that was a nice little move in my direction right away. Want to see continuation. Back to point of control at least. Hey, Cody. They're buying aggressively on the ask here. Let's see if they can break this key LVN. This is the spot. Upper 80s. We want to get above 90. We get above 90, we could see potentially a lot more upside. They're buying. Lots of buying. Slowing down. We want to see them hold up here at 85. Otherwise, we can get a bit of a flush again. Nope, they got it. They're holding. Nice, Donald. Good work. They got to break it. They got to buy up all this liquidity up here. Holding. So in order to get through all those orders, somebody's going to have to, oh, they're pulling them. Somebody bought 110 on the ask there. When you see it getting to that liquidity and they start pulling them, might be a little spoofing going on. It's illegal. Not for them, but for us, it's illegal. Some absorption, 119. All right, I'm going to move over to take profit trader. Where are my take profit traders at? I know there's a bunch of you guys. Love take profit trader. Still holding up here. They got to buy through this LVN at 88, 90. They're holding it up. So far, so good. That one's good. I have my like top 4 or 5 favorite firms. Been doing really well in Apex. I know it's crazy. I just requested my 5th payout in the same PA. 10K, 10 grand so far with Apex. Just that one account. I'm not making anybody do anything, Corey. I'm just saying it's been working. As long as they have those, they have that one rule. It's a pain in the ass. It's the 30% rule. Just follow that rule. You'll get paid out. No windfalls. No risking more than 30% on one trade, and you get paid. It's that simple. And the cool part is when I broke the rule, they didn't like take my profits or shut my account. I just had to trade another, 5 days for $50 each day, and then another 3 days flipping, and I got the payout. So it's not like it's the end of the world or they blow your account or whatever. It encourages more risk management. It does. It does. I know we don't want to hear that. We feel like we need more room. Not be true. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here we go. We're going to try and break this now. I'm not predicting anything. I'm going to let the chart tell me what's going to happen. Sure does feel like they're prop in the bid to get that through that level. Could they flush it out of here? For sure. Load up more shorts, get through that level. So anything could happen. I think so, Corey. Yeah, I think you can. I've traded 20 accounts on their Ninja Trader platform. I've gotten 20K payouts with Apex before. It's my biggest one. It was 20K. They are cheap, so they got that going on for them. The evaluations. No, I don't know that I would buy a Chevelle. Not that I don't think Chevelles are cool. I just don't know if I would want to own one. Okay, lots of sellers there. So what I might watch for here is a fake breakdown. And let's watch the order flow here. We want to see buyers step back in, buy this thing up fast. That's them right there. Mm. We want to see them. We want to see the flush be a short trap, and then they use those shorts to squeeze it back through that upper level. So I'm long at 77. Nice. Trade stop. See if they could break it this time now. Long at 77 still. Nice quick 10 points. This is, I only have one left. I already scaled out some of it in the scalp. Stops at break even. Take that. Yes, I did. Josh, I took the long off the upper band. ES has been very clean this morning. Morning, Tony. You know, I've been trading ES, Tony. Somebody just sold 550 at 80. Tony's off today. I'm about to be off after tomorrow. Here it goes. Here it goes. The best breaks come after a quick flush. Facts. So we're expecting this 88.90 level to break. And when it does, we're going rip roaring. We're going to have a grand old time. They just need the ammo to push it through. They need to trap a bunch of shorts. Here it goes. Come on. Push it. Ba-dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 dun, 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 dun. You know it, Billy. We don't want them to give up too much support here. That's going to let the shorts out. We don't want to let the shorts out. So this thing needs to hold up. Yes. That was nice. That was nice. Anybody who bought that? Oh, Gianni. I like that. Who let the shorts out? Nobody. This thing ain't letting the shorts out, I tell you right now. Yeah, that's exactly what, that's right. Right above the initial balance, when they all panic when we break the IB high, which is about to happen. Maybe not. I don't know. Sure feels like it. I've watched a chart or two. So the problem is the longer we spend here, the more of a distribution we build, the more likely it's going to stay here. I don't like that. So they need to buy it out right now. There we go. Squeeze them. Push it. Push it real good. You know, you could try a Madonna here. Looks like that was a bit of a sweep. Wasn't that many orders. You'd think there'd be more orders. I'm going to look to buy it again. I think we have more business to do up here. All that liquidity is gone at 90. See ya. Welcome, Tony. Here we go. See you later. Still holding. I got two. You want to see this get bought up? Might add a little bit here. There we go. Beautiful. Guys, I added into a winner. That doesn't happen very often. It's not very usual, but I like this one. I like the price action. Indicative of just an ongoing up move. Is the Santa Claus rally here? Are we going back up to all-time highs for Christmas? Is Santa going to deliver for all the little good boys and girls? After the the trickery of the first 40 minutes, price really cleaned up nicely, even though we had some really nice setups in the first 40 minutes. Where do we get long? We're going to keep getting long until it doesn't work anymore. IB high is 89. Well, Josh, getting paid is a byproduct of the process. Can't force it. We have to align with the market. Can't enforce our will upon the market. We're buyers here, 95. Let's see if we got buyers at 95. It's about 250 sell orders at 95. Who's going to buy it? Bought. We got a deal. There you go, Corey. Sometimes you just got to find what works for you, A lot of what this is finding what works for you. Not everybody's going to trade exactly the same. You have to put in the time and discover your own personal edge in the market. I mean, you can just show up and press buttons. You absolutely can. Trading could be a hobby, could be entertainment, but if you want to make money, that's a different story. Trading to make money and trading for entertainment tend to be mutually exclusive. Profile is very thin up here. What does that tell us, guys? What does this tell us about the current price action when we have such a thin profile? It tells us that we're in price discovery. We don't know that it's going to continue. It's likely to continue. We're going to assume that it's going to continue until it forms a new balanced area. So another significant high volume node on the volume profile. But we don't assume anything else other than the market's going to keep doing what it's doing until things change. The context changes. Of course, Billy. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach, educate everybody who's wants to learn and who's willing to listen. $24.8 on NQ. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, we have a lot of great traders here, Billy. We have a lot of people that are very serious, very professional. We tend to have a more mature audience. You know, we have fun, but this isn't a game. We're here to treat this as a serious pursuit. Maturity isn't always age based. I know some very mature 21-year-olds in this community, actually. Very, very mature. Surprisingly, shockingly mature. Okay, some sellers stepping in here. See what we get. If there's any continuation. Yeah, very mature screen now. Hey, like I said, we like to have fun. Mature doesn't mean boring. Only 47. I don't feel like I'm only 44, unfortunately. I pulled my neck in the gym this morning. Felt so old. All right, good job, Wurzel. Good. Thanks for joining us. Hope you did well. Let's do a trader check-in. It's about 10 to 11. How are we trading? Longs have been paying the bills. We've been long. We've been looking for longs pretty much since, oh, I don't know, 10 o'clock. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. ES seems to be battling with 6,700 and Q's at 24.8. Did catch them longs. Did. We were looking for longs since 10 o'clock. Price discovery, baby. I didn't hold on to those longs, but I took a bunch of them. Every time I pulled back, I bought it. Every little micro pullback was a buy for me. All right, what are we doing up here? Looks like we're building a little bit of a distribution up here, doesn't it? Is this the sign of maybe a little pullback? Volatility has died. Let's see what the VIX is at. Look at that. It's almost like it knew. I literally said, maybe we'll get a little bit of a pullback, and then it just tanks. Crazy. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, a bit of a pullback here. Very little bit. Where do we get long? These are the type of sell-offs you want to buy in a market like this. Higher. Anybody buy that? I did. Nice, Billy. Telling you, every time there's like a little bit of a sell-off, it gets bought up. It's these low volatility grind up markets. That's what you do. You do it till it doesn't work anymore. Just got to manage your risk. Manage your risk and take the trades. Michael, hey Chris, it's my first day here. Happy I found this community with you leading it. Used to follow your old time strategy shorting small caps. Wow. Blast from there's a couple of us here, Michael, actually. Small caps in general didn't work for me and I went into futures. I guess it was somehow similar for you. It is. And even though I did make a lot of money in small caps, it wasn't that it didn't work. I didn't want to live like that. It did not fit the type of lifestyle I wanted to live as a trader. That was where I struggled with most. Not knowing if one of these companies that I was buying or shorting was going to halt and not open up again. Super risky. Super, super risky. All right, coming up on 11 a.m. here. Nice, Todd. Took his first breakout long on Apex. $500 on MES. Good job. Yeah, Harancho, I have a whole video on crypto and VWAP Wave on my channel. Michael, for the Black Friday, yes, it does include everything. It does not include the indicators, but you can use free indicators. There's not a money back, 30-day money back guarantee. You can start with a trial, and if you like it, stick around. What are you doing here so early? Got bought up again. Buyers might be a bit exhausted here. Do sense a little bit of a change in the tape. We'll see what happens. Higher? I don't know. The delta is looking weaker. We'll see. Yep. Say your prayers, Bob, because the buyers have just stepped back in. And they're propping the bid. That's that. Off we go. Well, that was a move. Now we're at another key LVN right up here. Nice up day. This could be a trend day. NQ for sure. We opened up at the low right there. Good job, Gareth. I'm watching what's going to happen up at this key LVN. Yeah, I mean, it could shoot through it. It could bounce off it. It could do a bunch of different things. It's hard to say. It can chew right through it and back test go. We can go right through it, not stop. It can bounce off of it. It could break and reclaim. Just like any other key level. So we just got to watch. Nasdaq's up 2%. Fuego. Grinding up. The grind up continues. Looks like it's chewing through it. And we don't have a whole bunch of we don't have much liquidity up until the 715s. All right, so we'll probably just keep going. All right, let's see if it back tests and goes. But the problem I see here is that we have some liquidity up at 716 from 713 to 716. So they might be treating this more as the level up here. So, or there might be another level right here. So let's see if this holds. Back test. This is the 50% band. It just back tested long. The price action itself, Water Boss. I'm very familiar with this type of market. The order flow. The delta is actually not very convincing. I mean, it's in and up. It's making higher lows and higher highs. But this now we have a divergence here. So this could be, we'll see. Doesn't mean it has to be a top. It could be a point of interest for a temporary reversal. We'll see. All right. So let's see what happens up here in the 15s. 15s, 16s. Those are very strong. Very strong buying. Continues. No shorts. Scalping long is the way right now. Unless you're still holding. Otherwise, there's nothing left to do right now. Yeah, we have a divergence on the delta here. We have sellers stepping in here a little bit on the ask. At 7:15, that's where I thought they might. Okay. We have one on ES though. We'll do a Thanksgiving giveaway tomorrow on stream, guys. So be sure to come tomorrow before we Chuck, NQ, our very own NQ Pivot Boss is going to be running Wednesday's stream. So come join us for that. That'll be a good time. The one, the only NQ Pivot Boss will be running Wednesday's stream and I think Monday's stream. I'll be traveling to Pittsburgh to visit my wife's family. I'll be going to a Penguins game Friday night and a Steelers game on Sunday. It's gonna be a good old time. What are we thinking here? Awesome, Roman. Good job, brother. Oh, so are they doing that thing where like they copy Take Profit Trader or whatever and make it seem like they just invented it? Kind of like the back to funded. Ooh, that's good. $89, no XFA activation. That's pretty awesome. Dang. $189, no activation fee. That's not that. What was that? $10? Hold on. The 50K makes the most sense. That saves you $110. The 150 is really not all that compelling, is it? Oh wait, no, yeah, it's $300, right? Yeah, so it is compelling. It's $110. Yes, sir. Your bills. Actually, I went to school in Buffalo, so is anybody really taking daily payouts anyway? I mean, who does that? And take profit trader. I don't know many people that do. Not on take profit trader though. In my cash account. I don't know why you would do it in a prop firm when you have I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Doesn't seem like they can get through the 15s, does it? Selling. Seems to be some absorption on the bid here. Or maybe on the ask, actually. Awesome, Marcus. Great to be here. Sorry, one of these drawbacks of these kind of grindy markets is we don't get a lot of trade opportunities, but seems we are selling off from that level a bit there. That's good. Buyers, lots of them. Oh man, that sucks, Tony. Hey, I heard if you had business to business transactions don't have VAT. So if you purchase through a business, would that be like a way of getting around it? Logger with WAP, businesses get an exemption from VAT. Maybe it's not all European nations, but I know it's like Belgium. That's one in particular. I've done it. But you have to be registered and the business has to be set up to be able to exempt it. Continues to grind up. Seems like they can't get through it. I would expect a little bit of a short-term sell-off here. Maybe just a little bit. Not letting any of the shorts out. It's the problem. So I have a little bit of a short at 12, but we can't see. We're definitely in a bit of a distribution here. Willing to hold this against all-time highs on the session. See if we get a little bit more of a sell-off. There goes. Come on now. Push it. Let's get down to mid 708. 707 would be nice. Take that liquidity down there at 708. Does seem stuck, doesn't it? Go long, flip long. I don't know. Flip long. This is what I like to see on all these stocks I sold puts on. This is nice. All right, let's do one final trader check-in here, guys. It is 11:28. How did we trade today? Did we follow the plan? Did we trade well? Did we trade the setups? Did we trade the system? Did we go long in price discovery, or do we try to fight price discovery today? Looks like we still want to go higher. Excellent, guys. Tim, what are you doing fighting PDC? You're my long man, not lawn man, my long man. So there wouldn't be any return to value until well into the 700s. This is just a pullback in price discovery on the intraday. Return to value happens all the way down here. Nice, Josh. Good to hear. All right, Lager. Thanks for joining us, man. Always a pleasure. Always, always. I don't know. We got more upside. What do you guys think? Sure feels like it, doesn't it? Buyers stepping in here. Bids being propped. They're selling into it. Could just be a flush. Let's see if they buy it up. Some big sells there. All right, guys. Yeah, there's always a lot to learn, Anthony. Guys, we're gonna be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Discord, 10 a.m. on the YouTube on the delayed feed. If you guys want to keep on trading, you can head on over to the Trader Lounge or the Trader Trading channels. You can share your mic, share your screens. Opportunity to continue trading, or at least maybe trade in a simulator or a practice account with other professional traders. Learn the setups, read the market, see what comes to materialize here. Tomorrow will be my last day until after Thanksgiving on the stream. So come and join us tomorrow. We'll be doing a giveaway, top 1 giveaway. They're also launching, I think they're bringing back the Ignite accounts. Here's the long. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Make it a great day. Manage your risk, stay sharp, and I'll see everybody tomorrow.